Hey everyone, Crafty Kim here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this mug coaster, and this is what it looks like. So yeah, and you will need just a lid, like a lid from a cream cheese box or anything like that. And it has to be, it can be any material, but you just have to be able to stick tape on it and make sure it'll stick. And then you're going to be needing some tape, and it could even be some clear tape, but I decided to use this decorative tape, and I just have this fruit one with a white background, this black and white flower one, and I was actually supposed to use this blue zebra one, but turns out that it ran out, and yeah, it just ran out. I can't pull it. So instead I used that one. And then last I have this fruit one with the blue background. So yeah. And these are the supplies that you'll need. So yeah, and let's get started. So the first thing you're gonna do is take your lid and your pair of scissors, and you're just gonna cut this part, and if it doesn't have that part, then you will not have to cut it, or you don't have to cut it anyway if you want to leave it on, but it'll just be a little bit harder to put the tape on. So, yeah. I'll just cut it a little more. And this doesn't have to be perfectly leveled, but just try not to make it so, like, try to make it a little bit level at least. So it'll be at a little bit the same height, kind of. Let me just pick that up. And there, I cut it now. And now, what you're gonna do is take your tape and just if you don't have anything on the back, then you don't have to tape it, but for now we're just gonna take some tape and tape it over here. I'm actually just gonna do this vertically, and I'm gonna start in the middle and tape it. If you have some leftover pieces, like over here, and if you have leftover pieces at the end, you could just cut those off. Or if you don't want to cut them, then you can just put them over. but for now I'm just going to cut them. And then next, you can use the same tape if you want, or you can use a different one. I'm just going to use my zebra one. Well, actually, I'm not, because it's actually running out. So, let me just get one different piece of tape. Okay, so now that I have a different piece of tape, it's this black and white flower one that actually works. So I'll just take some, and I think that you should take more than you think you need, because usually you're underestimating, or I'm actually taking even more than you're supposed to take, so that I can cut these off. Oh, got one off. And there is the other one. And now you can just use the same tape or use a different one. I am using a different one. I'm using my other fruit one. If you would like, you could also put a couple stickers over it, but I'm not going to do that because I couldn't find any stickers around the house. Let me just cut a little more. Okay. Now that's good. And now I'm just going to use the first tape I used, which is the fruit one with the blue background. And if you can't notice already, I'm doing a pattern. So, oh, wait, yeah. Okay. Just cut the ends off. And now I'm just going to use this one again. Actually, this is probably way too much since I'm at the end here. There you go. Okay. And then now, it is your choice if you want to put some tape here. If your tape is a little bit thicker, you might not have that little spot. Like if you're using duct tape, for example, you might not have the little spot, but I am not going to put the tape there. So I'm going to do the other side. And I'm going to do a different pattern this time. This time I'm going to put the other fruit first, and then the black and white flowers. And you actually do want to leave a little bit of a little bit of the tape so that you can put it on here too. So now I'm taking my black and white flowers. And you can see through this a little bit, but that won't matter because this is actually going to be the bottom of your mug coaster and it's going to be facing that way. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm just decorating this for fun. You actually don't have to. Oops. There you go. And then now I'm back at the beginning of the pattern. You can use any tape you want. You can even use just the regular clear tape if you really have to. But if you want to be a little more decorative, like me, then you can just use the decorative tape. So now our back is finished. We're going to start doing the front. And actually I still have a little bit more here that I have to cut off, so I'm just gonna do that really quickly. And there you go. So now that most of it is level, it doesn't have to be perfect. See, like, mine isn't perfect because I still have some here, but that's okay because they're just little tiny details. And now you can do the same thing that you did with this one and just put them in straight lines. Or you can actually make up some patterns. Like you can make it go like that, then like that, and that, and just keep doing that. But I am just going to do the straight lines again. So yeah. And this time I will start with my black and white flowers. Oops. So I'm actually just going to put this right at the end here instead of the middle so that it's covering the whole thing. Get my scissors again. And I turned it, I flipped it over so I can see how I'm cutting it because you're going to leave a little bit here so it'll actually stick on. And there you go. And go like that. And there you have your little small piece. Now if you want, again, you can just use the same tape, but I want to be a little more decorative. So I'm going to do the patterns again. And if your tape gets stuck like that and you can't get it off, just use your scissors. So that's the easiest way, instead of spending hours and hours trying to get it off. You're just going to do the same thing. Go like that. And now you can just cut the whole thing off because it doesn't really matter anymore. But I'm not going to. I left a little bit. So I can go like that. And then I'm gonna use my other tape. I'm gonna get a little bigger piece because it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and then smaller and smaller. So keep that in mind. You're just gonna keep doing that over and over and over until you get to the end. I actually have the wrong piece of tape here. It's supposed to be the black and white one, but that's okay. It's actually more creative. Now I'm actually, since I have the wrong piece of tape, I'm actually just gonna go and do the black one at the end here and just keep doing the blue and white until the very end. So you're just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again. And I'll see you guys after I finish doing this part. And I'll show you guys what's next. So yeah. So now that I have done all these patterns again, I'm gonna put the black and white flowers on the very end. And there you go. And now cut off the end. And it's okay if you still have a little bit here, but if you still have a little here that you didn't it didn't reach, because nothing has to be perfect. And yeah, so then you're all done making your mug coaster. And yeah, so that's it. And yeah, so I'll see you guys later, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.